You wake up in an oval-shaped bed. You don't know your name or where you are, and the first thing you see are robotic arms quickly pulling away from your body. Your memories slowly return, and they bring terrifying context. Humanity recently noticed the sun's energy output dropping. It's a rapid, irreversible decline that will plunge Earth into an extinction-level ice age. Astronomers tracked the exact source of this energy drain. If you look at this high-resolution image of the sun, you can see the anomalies gathered around these specific sunspots. The data revealed a biological culprit, microscopic alien organisms called astrophage. These cells migrate to the sun to breed, consuming massive amounts of stellar heat to survive. Panic wouldn't stop the temperature from dropping. To survive, humanity had to strip away the emotion and treat the end of the world as a strict, measurable, and solvable scientific problem. Observation provided a single glimmer of hope. Every local star was dimming, except one, Tau Ceti. Something in that specific solar system was naturally resisting the astrophage infection. Reaching it required interstellar travel. Researchers found that astrophage stores stellar heat as mass and expels it as intense infrared light. By capturing these cells and stimulating them, engineers weaponized the infection to create a nearly light-speed propulsion system. This diagram shows the thrust configuration of the Project Hail Mary spacecraft. Notice how the vast majority of the structure is dedicated to fuel tanks holding millions of astrophage cells, leaving only a tiny sliver at the top for a control room and a laboratory. This schematic details how the ship physically splits apart in deep space. The crew section separates, extends on long cables, and rotates to create centrifugal gravity, allowing the astronauts to work normally over a multi-year journey. But deep space travel is brutally unforgiving. A biological complication killed Grace's two crewmates in transit. He woke up completely alone. Grace's entire existence narrowed down to a single objective. He had to perform an isolated experiment at Tau Ceti, find the cure, and automate a data transmission home, or his species would vanish. Grace arrives at Tau Ceti ready to work, only to observe a massive pentagon-shaped vessel matching his orbit. He wasn't the only scientist looking for an answer. Inside that ship is Rocky, an alien engineer from the 40 Eridani system. Like Grace, his star is dying, and he is the sole survivor of a desperate research mission. They can't even sit in the same room. Grace is made of water and breathes oxygen. Rocky breathes pressurized ammonia, has metallic bones, and lives at over 200 degrees Celsius. With no common biology or spoken language, they connect through the only constants they share. They use physical models, chemical properties, and mathematics to establish a shared vocabulary. A terrifying first contact scenario turns into a highly efficient, peer-reviewed collaborative research team. The scientific method bridges the evolutionary gap. Their joint experiment begins. They track local astrophage to an atmospheric breeding ground near Tau Ceti, hunting for whatever natural predator keeps the population under control. As they work, they peer-review each other's technology and uncover lethal blind spots. Arid has a thick atmosphere and an immense magnetic field. They had never discovered cosmic radiation, which is exactly what killed Rocky's crew in deep space. This chart shows how Aridian physical engineering outpaced their theoretical physics. They didn't know about relativity. As you approach light speed, the Newtonian calculations they used and the actual time experienced diverge completely. Despite these fatal oversights, their combined effort pays off. Under a microscope, they watch an amorphous, single-celled organism hunt down astrophage, consuming and neutralizing it. They name it Taumoba. Humanity understood the theoretical physics of the cosmos, but lacked the engineering to survive it easily. The Aridians built indestructible hardware, but misunderstood the universe's rules. Only by merging their knowledge did either stand a chance. Grace successfully breeds a stable culture of Taumoba and loads it into a fleet of small, automated probes, programming them to navigate back to Earth. The two scientists part ways for their long journeys home. But an unpredicted variable strikes. A mutated strain of Taumoba breaches Rocky's containment system and begins aggressively eating the astrophage fuel powering his ship. The automated Earth probes are already away and perfectly safe, but Rocky's engines are dead. He is permanently stranded in interstellar space. Grace is faced with the ultimate calculation. The biological imperative dictates he should return to his own species. But as a scientist, he recognizes a profound moral obligation to the peer who kept him alive. Knowing he will never see his home planet again, Grace turns his ship around. He intercepts the Aridian vessel and delivers a fresh supply of fuel, trading his own life to save an alien civilization. Decades later, the sun's brightness recovers. Earth survives, and an aging Grace finds quiet fulfillment living on Arid, spending his final years teaching science to a new generation of alien students. Gathering data and solving equations kept 2 planets from freezing over. But the true power of the scientific method is how it bridges the unknown, turning terrifying aliens into colleagues and fostering empathy, cooperation, and shared salvation across the universe.